Hey guys, Mathan here, and I'm just going to give you a tutorial on the Sage balance spec. As you can see, show you balance spec is the right tree. I'm just going to go through my specific tree skill spec, my rotation, and kind of in more detail of what each ability does and how they work together. So, as you can see, Sage, same as my healer, same gear. Hello. And alright, so as you can see, willpower again, just like last time. Willpower is what you want to focus on. I'm in my PvP gear. None of that has changed. Big difference here is my skill tree. So I like the balance spec because it conforms to my playstyle. I like to be able to move around and just throw damage over time, dots, onto the opponent. Makes me more maneuverable. Telekinetics is good, but I don't like it just because it's not my playstyle. So this is what I focus on. You've got, I play a 2, 8, 36 spec, and I'll just kind of go through my rotation first. I always start out with force and balance because of what it does based off the skill tree. In fact, let's just do that. Alright, so I like to do empowered throw. It just gives you, it increases the damage by 6% of the moves that I use. Increase my willpower with Will of the Jedi. All periodic damage dealt, 9%. Those are my dots. 9% extra damage. That's always a great thing. Alright, causing my periodic damage to, that critically hit to restore 1% of my health. Might not sound like a lot, but over time that is actually a pretty big deal. And critical kinesis, so it increases the crit chance of those two moves. Telekinetic throw, which is one of your most used abilities, by 6%. Then you have force and balance. Boom, that's your baby maker. So what this does, it's an area effect. Hits up to 5 targets within 8 meters, and it helps restore 1% of my health for each target struck. I'll just show you. Looks just like that. Boom. Alright, now we go into physical barrier. It just reduces the pushback, so kind of like with foresight for healing, this reduces the pushback by 75%, so you're able to cast faster while you're getting hit. Alright, and telekinetic throw doesn't have a cooldown, and so if you're not putting your dots on someone, then this is what you're using. Telekinetic throw, project, telekinetic throw. Mind ward just reduces the damage from other periodic effects on myself. This is awesome right here. Presence of mind. You gotta get this. When telekinetic throw does damage, which it always does, you have a 30% chance to gain presence in mind, causing your next disturbance or mind crush to activate instantly and do more damage. So I don't use disturbance at all, so that will affect my mind crush. Instant mind crush is awesome because that's one of your better dots. This just 30% damage bonus to force and balance and all the periodic effects that are done inside of that. Increases the amount of healing generated by your force and balance. So where it says it heals 1%, it'll heal 2% of your health for each target struck. 20% chance to grant the focal point, which just gives you more alacrity so you can cast faster for the things that need casting. Movement speed is faster while you're using mental alacrity, and reduces damage taken when you're stunned by 30%, and you're probably going to be stunned a couple times. And since I'm PvP spec, I use Sever Force. PvE spec, I don't think I'd go all the way up, but it's been so long since I've been PvE spec, I can't remember what else I would do. So Sever Force, which is an awesome damage over time because it stops their movement and then it does a lot of damage over time. And then over here, just more damage. Or yeah, this with your project, you're able to do additional damage, more force by 100, 9% less force cost. And over here I finish off 2 out of 3 for force crit. So that's kind of my skill tree spec. Again, this is my rotation. I do force imbalance, so I try to find a group of people, force imbalance them, and then I'll pick one target and I'll just go weaken mind, then mind crush, and then sever force. So they've got 3 damage over times working on them. They stop moving, and then telekinetic throw. Or if someone comes up and charges me, I do force stun, and then the same weaken mind, mind crush, sever force. You can slow them, force slow if you want, but I mostly just run around, stop, telekinetic throw, run, project, and then run around. By this time, I have an automatic mind crush because of how I explained it earlier. So I'll run, mind crush, instant sever force, and then stop and telekinetic throw. Let me kind of show you what I'm talking about here with these guys. So just gonna select him, get both of them, boom. Alright, so then you got weaken mind, mind crush, and there you go. And then just keep doing whatever you need to, telekinetic throw. Alright, so again, I'm gonna kind of work through in the next video a little more detail about how they work together. So please stay tuned for part 2.